Last episode, we filled in that underground gap of the Minecraft world in with a 6x6 dungeon, making the world look a lot more complete. However, I don't think I'm done yet, so I'm going to expand the world backwards. We're going to start by expanding the shoreline with a stony shore. This will give us a chance to add some new mobs and characters and see how many water bricks I actually had, so let's get started. This build size is going to be a little bit in between the snowy plains and the igloo, and it's going to be 24x16 or 12x8 blocks. So we're going to start building up the terrain here, and it's going to be a couple different levels, and of course we have to match it up with the beach and snowy plains. The next thing to do is add some plates, and you'd be surprised how many plates actually go into this build because remember, we have to match everything up with the right height of these blocks. So that would be 5 plates tall for each block. Another thing I want to do is break up that monotonous stone gray, so we're adding some andesite in, which you've seen in some of my other builds as well. We'll also add some dirt too, which can actually be found in stony shores. Now we'll finish plating stuff off, and you know what comes next, a whole lot of tiling. Now, don't worry, that's not all the tiling we're going to do. The way I'm building this, there's going to be quite a few layers, so there's going to be multiple tiling sessions. Now it's time to turn this thing around and put on some more plates and bricks. We're basically just building up that terrain to match the rest of it, and now it's time to add some water. So, I actually managed to find some more transparent water tiles, which are perfect, and I'd use transparent for the whole build. However, I don't have a lot, so I have to use normal blue sometimes. So we can finish off that waterfall and then continue to build up the terrain. Now, in my last video, I got a comment asking me about the fake bricks I sometimes use, and yes, it's true. I have a supply of off-brand gray bricks and brown bricks that I use for a lot of these builds. I got them off of Amazon because you can just get them so much cheaper and in bulk there. If it makes the build seem more authentic to y'all, I can switch them out with regular bricks, but it does save a lot more money this way, and don't worry, I don't get any bricks that aren't actually made in Lego. So there are no illegal building techniques used in these builds. And now, let's finish tiling off the rest of the stone terrain. And with this part of the tiling done, the build looks a lot more complete already. Now, a little behind the scenes fun fact, up to this point I had planned this build to be a lush cave. However, I realized that I do not have nearly enough bricks to make a cave roof, and I don't have the flower or the vine pieces I would like to be hanging from the roof when I eventually do a lush cave. So instead, I ended up with the idea to build a stony shore. And since it is now a stony shore, we're going to be putting a lot of water in here on the shoreline, using those transparent blue bricks for the outside, and then using as many transparent blue tiles as I can to top it off. Sadly, these transparent blue bricks and tiles did come at the cost of the pig house. Let me know if you guys think it was a worthy sacrifice. You might notice that I'm using a couple transparent blue plates over here. You'll see what I have planned for this area of the build later on in the video. After connecting this build to the existing beach and snowy plains builds, I realized that the terrain over on this side needed to be built up a little more, and that I could blend in the terrains better. So I'm putting some dirt over here and adding some snow on top, since this is where it connects to the freezing side of the world. And with that, I think this build is basically complete. Time to add some mobs and characters. we're going to start by adding the squid from the pirate ship Voyage, and we're going to put him in the studded area of the water. I also wanted to add some turtle scutes to the shoreline for some reason, so I decided to put him here. Maybe that means I gotta put some turtles into this world at some point, you never know. I'm also going to add some player minifigures, so we're going to start with the female pirate from the pirate ship Voyage, and we're going to put her over here, looking at that map of the buried treasure. We're also going to put her friend from that same set here, and he's going to be digging a hole straight down, looking for said buried treasure. And with that, it's time to add this build to the rest of the world, so it's going to fit cleanly in next to the beach. Like I mentioned before, it also borders the Snowy Plains build. And with that, our world just got a whole lot bigger. I hope you liked this episode, and don't worry, the Lush Cave is coming soon. I just need to restock on bricks and get some more Lush Cave pieces. We're also going to need to come up with something to go under this, maybe another water module. So as always, feel free to comment what should come next. But that's all for this episode. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.